start off this video, I'm going to preface and say that I definitely just broke my blind. So that's amazing. Anywho, hey everyone. Excuse me. What up, fellas? Today we're going to be doing a Q&A. I've always been asked a ton of questions and I never really have compiled them and just put them together in one simple video or one simple blog post. I don't even have a blog, so yeah. Start off the Q&A, I pulled them from my Instagram and my Tumblr and a little bit from my Twitter. I'm just gonna be reading through a bunch of questions and giving my answers to them. First off, how tall am I? I am 5'10" and 2/3 to be exact. Is the University of Oregon cross-country team hard to make? Yes. Am I vegan? Am I raw vegan? From Alley Cash? No. Are you the fastest on your team? Definitely not. Do you cross-train on your rest days or any time during the week? I don't really cross-train. I don't really supplement that into my training as much as I used to, just because I'm not as injury prone as I used to be anymore. On my rest days, I do absolutely nothing. What kind of iced coffee do you drink? I make my own, usually, because I'm thrifty, so I get it from the store, and then I add either almond milk or regular half and half. What schools was I recruited to? I got contacted by a lot of schools on July 1st, but the ones I took visits to were University of Texas, Georgetown University, Vanderbilt University, and University of California, Berkeley. And yes, I never did take a visit to Oregon. Do I take vitamins? I take iron and vitamin C, vitamin D, and fish oil. What is your favorite quote? If you never wing it, you'll never learn how to fly. How do we decide what uniforms to wear? So basically our director of operations usually just decides for us. Sometimes we have a say, but a lot of the time they just give us a uniform and we wear it. How did you adjust from sunny California weather to rainy Oregon weather, and was it hard? It was definitely a little bit hard, but kind of I was just thrown into it and you just kind of have to deal with it. And I just miss having a body of water like the beach to just go to whenever I want for free. Because there's not a lot of pools here, so I don't have a pool, and I had one when I was back home in California. The rain, you just kind of deal with it. What was the hardest year of high school and college, and how do they compare? I've heard people say college is easier because of more free time and less classes. My hardest year of high school was probably sophomore year, just because I had a lot of work. College, probably freshman year, just because one, you're adjusting to everything, and two, I had so many things I had to do. I had tutoring and I lived super far away, so I couldn't go back home very often, and I was taking 4 more hours of classes a week than I am right now. I would say college is probably easier just because you don't have as much busy work, but there is a lot of tests and papers, so you do have to put a lot of effort into those couple of things. Favorite foods? Oatmeal, banana, peanut butter, Brussels sprouts, salmon, iced coffee. I love Perfect bars, but I hardly ever buy them because they're so expensive. And also, unpopular opinion, I don't really like chocolate. Ooh, granola is a key favorite food of mine. I can down so much cereal and so much granola. What are my paces on easy and long runs? They're kind of the same. I don't really adjust my paces from day to day. I would say I usually run 7 to 7:30 pace on all of my runs. Do you snack on bars? Like I said before, I really like Perfect bars. I do really like the nut butter filled Cliff bars. Oh, those are so good. Or the Lara bars are really good too. Those are probably my favorites right now. OMG, how are you pro candy corn? Wouldn't you rather have a Snickers/Twix? So this question came when I reblogged something on my Tumblr about being pro candy corn because it was that time of the year. But candy corn is probably one of my favorite candies. So no, I'd not rather have a Snickers or Twix because, again, I don't like chocolate very much. Please don't give me any because I will eat the whole bag. Don't give me any. What is your fastest 5K and 10K? My fastest 5K is 17:0 something. And that was on a cross-country course. I've never run a 5K on the track. What is your fastest 10K? I have no idea. I do not run the 10K. What advice would you give for a runner going into the first year of high school that wants to run in college? I would say don't limit yourself. Set goals that are kind of unbelievable, that are a stretch, because honestly you never know what can happen over the next 4 years, especially if you're a freshman, you're so young. Just again, enjoy the process, enjoy every day going through it and trying to get better and really focus on yourself. What is my favorite thing about running in college and at Oregon? Probably just being able to train with some of the best people in the country. That is an experience that not many people get to have. And more broadly in college, I would say just the athlete perks, like being able to sign up for classes early is super nice. I never have to worry about getting the classes I need. And also just being able to travel the country and some of the people that you train with every day along your side. That's pretty unique experience that not many college people get to have. What advice would you give a high school runner trying to run in college? I will be doing another video specifically on this because I've gotten so many specific questions. I'm not even gonna go into detail about that one right now. Do you think buying organic is worth it, or believe that buying non-organic gives the same result in terms of nutrition? I would say I would buy organic if I could, but I am a college student, I am on a strict budget, I do not have enough money to buy organic every time, and I think if you can't afford organic, that's okay. Just make sure to wash your fruits and vegetables. In the future, if I have a little more disposable income, maybe I'll start buying more organic things. How many hours of sleep do you get a night, and what is your view on how much sleep is necessary in order to be the best athlete you can be? I think this is just kind of a trial and error thing. At least for me, I need 8 hours of sleep every night, and that's me personally. I know some athletes that function okay or even best off of 5 hours of sleep, but that's not me. If I routinely start getting under 8 hours of sleep, I will get sick, and it happens every time. I just get a cold every single time. Again, it depends on the person. You just really have to go through trial and error. My favorite thing is when I finish the Q&A and then I realize that it stopped recording. How are you so happy and positive? At least what you show the world on social media. And is it your personality, and has it always been your personality? Lately, as of this year, I've kind of realized that there's no point in being unhappy and there's no point in being negative, because that only affects the way you view life. If you view things from a negative point of view, then you're not gonna have a good life. And if you say, oh, pity me all the time, instead of actually doing something about it or moving on from it, then it's only gonna hurt yourself and your future goals. And that's really what I've learned this year. Spreading positivity only brings positivity back in. If you spread negative vibes, you're gonna have a negative life. If you spread positive vibes, you're gonna have positive vibes coming your way. Has it always been my personality? I would say I've always been a pretty outgoing person, so from that point of view, yes. But also in my own life, I do have moments where I'm not as happy, but you know, I just try to think about the future and moving on from that. But I am a human, and I get happy and I get sad and I get anxious. It just so happens that I don't really show that on social media as much. If you were ever on a college meal plan / dining hall, what were some healthy, runner-friendly meals that you made? I was on a meal plan my freshman year of college, and I would do this thing where I would get a piece of chicken in my salad bowl, and I'd put it on the bottom of the bowl and then cover it with a bunch of salad so it would hide. Getting the protein would cost extra points, and I didn't want that, so definitely cheated the system a little bit. But I would say just focusing on getting a carb, a protein, and vegetable is basically the biggest thing that I did. A lot of the schools have that in the salad bar section. Moving on to Twitter, you up? You know I'm up, girl. Who's your favorite sibling and why? I would say my sister. Which one? You'll never know. Just kidding, it's Steven. Hi Steven, if you're watching this. I have 2 sisters and a brother, by the way. Do you have any superstitions or rituals that you have to do before a race? Not really, just because I like to be flexible. Probably doing my makeup a certain way is the only one I really have, and wearing a certain pair of socks ever since senior year. How do you push through a really hard workout, and what do you think about during the race? Honestly, for both of those questions, I really just think about the finish line. I don't really have any big motivational things, because the only thing I think of after I start a cross-country race is how am I going to get to the finish line, and I will do whatever it takes to get there. Where did What Up Fellas originate from? Honestly, I have no idea, and it's kind of annoying because I can't stop saying it. It was the type of thing where I said it once and then it kind of caught on in our team, and then I kept saying it, and then now it's a habit and I can't stop saying it, and I don't know why. What was your favorite race you raced in Oregon and why? Honestly, probably the highlight would be freshman year at this little all-comers meet, just being able to be on that team and race with people that I thought were so much better than me. Wow, I cannot win with this iPhone. It keeps cutting me off, and I've done this 3 times now. Thank you guys for watching this video. I know it was super long. I don't know if you guys like this long of a video, so let me know below if you want to see more Q&As. If you have any other questions, I'll answer them down below if you comment them. Like this video, subscribe if you want to see more of my beautiful face. I know you all do. And spread positive vibes always, and positivity will come your way. Have a good week, day, weekend, whenever you're watching this. Peace.